Hi, and welcome to Council Recap, where we take the content of City Council meetings and give you the breakdown. I'm Lauren McCay. Let's get started. There are a few presentations this week. First, Josh Armstrong, the City of Hawthorne's IT department head, explained the need for a new secondary internet service provider. Now, the service is in conjunction with the South Bay Council of Governments Fiber Infrastructure Project. This will allow the city to improve network speed in a cost-efficient manner. Next, Sam English, the new emergency preparedness coordinator for the city, gave an update on the state and local reopening measures from the COVID-19 lockdown and how those steps work in the city of Hawthorne. And Hawthorne PD Captain Tomatani gave an update on the police department's efforts in regards to the COVID-19 required modifications to their daily tasks. His presentation included how some of the modifications will be included in their daily operations going forward, such as new technology processes. On to the resolutions portion of the meeting. There were quite a few on the list this week. First, the state-provided building codes may be modified due to local climate, geological, or topographical conditions. Resolution 8187 documents the specific changes required for the city and was approved by council. Resolution 8196 has been approved also. The economic crisis created by COVID-19 pandemic requires modifications of the current annual budget from 2019-2020 fiscal year and the budget from the 2020-2021 budget due to the city's loss of revenue this year and the projected loss for next year. With limited city and community events occurring during this COVID-19 pandemic, the council approved Resolution 8197, which rescinds the city council members' allocation amounts from the current fiscal year budget and the fiscal year for next year. The allocated amounts will be redirected to fund an account benefiting the health, safety, and welfare of the community. Street lighting also made the budget conversations this week. Resolution 8189 will bring about a public hearing during the June 9th council meeting to discuss a street lighting assessment levy for the city of Hawthorne. The city assesses street lighting charges based on where the property is located. Now, major streets like Hawthorne Boulevard tend to foot a bigger bill. Now, here's the thing. If Los Angeles County's shelter-in-place order is still in effect on June 9th, council is encouraging the public to review the meeting agenda that week and then provide their comments on the topic by either phone or email. Now, by phone, you can call 310-349-2915, or by email, you can email pjimενez@cityofhawthorne.org. To continue safe and efficient airport operations, the city applied through the Federal Aviation Administration for a Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act, or the CARES grant. Resolution 8199 accepts the awarded grant, which will help the city offset any decline in revenue arising from diminished airport operations. Resolution 8200 was approved and provides the city with a master products and services agreement on the SBC COG fiber network. Race Telecommunications will now be the city's new secondary internet service provider. Next, we're headed to the ordinance portion of the meeting. Ordinance 2197, council approved this one. It's the adoption of the California Building Standards Code. Now, the building codes are published every 3 years and require the city to amend and repeal previous versions of the codes. Ordinance 2201 was also approved. This ordinance provides city staff additional means to enforce the Hawthorne Municipal Code, where delinquencies like fines, penalties, costs can occur in the project application process. Ordinance 2202 had its first reading. It deals with Hawthorne being more transparent, requiring city officials to report and disclose things like ex parte communications with anyone promoting an administrative or judicial legislative action or any person with financial interests. It's all an effort to promote accountability for council's decision making. Another measure made in response to COVID-19 is the first reading of Ordinance 2203. Now, this places a temporary moratorium on evictions for non-payment of rent by residents and commercial tenants, though they are still required to eventually pay the full amount of missed rent from their expiration date. Now, they'll be given 6 months to pay it back. This ordinance will only go into effect if the urgency ordinance of 2204 is challenged. Moving on to the city manager's consent calendar, more decision-making on the pandemic. The city of Hawthorne will continue their agreement with Los Angeles County OptumServe to provide COVID-19 testing at the Memorial Center. The dates have been extended through June 30th, 2020. Now, if you have yet to get tested, you can make your appointment at the site online. Next, the mayor has been authorized to make the 13th Amendment change to the franchise agreement for waste services. Now, this change deals with a rate adjustment. The amendment also authorizes the city manager to make future annual adjustments specified in the franchise agreement. During the meeting, the city manager was appointed as the city negotiator for an extension of an employment contract for the city attorney. Also, multiple side letter agreements to the existing Memorandum of Understanding agreements were approved during the meeting this week. The four groups, which represent the sworn and civilian staff who work for the city, all agreed in side letters to suspend the sick and vacation leave payouts until July of 2021 as a means to help support the budget cuts needed to keep the city running. Additionally, the Hawthorne Executive Group and the Hawthorne Municipal Employees Association side letter agreements made minor changes to the existing contracts and extended the contracts another year. Now, both of those will now expire June 30th, 2021. Well, that's all from this meeting we have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining us for Council Recap. Remember, you can watch all of Council meetings in their entirety by going to www.youtube.com and searching for Hawthorne Community Television. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.